Hi, I'm Ewan Curry. I was born in Sydney, Australia. I'm from the Sheepdogs, and we're playing at the Palais Montcalm, September 23rd. So we started touring in, I want to say 2007, and we just kind of piled into an old minivan that we had filled with our gear. And we had like a little TV and a PlayStation 2. For some reason, we thought that was going to be really important, and we ended up realizing that, more space would have been better than having a TV in the van. We learned a lot of lessons from touring because we just kind of, when you're from Saskatoon, you're very far from everything. At least in Quebec, you're near Montreal, you're near Toronto, you're near the East Coast, Halifax. In Saskatoon, we're not even close to like Winnipeg. It's like 8-hour drive. So we learned a lot of hard lessons, but it was good because the difficulty of touring out of Saskatoon, making it to Vancouver, making it to Toronto, it taught us a lot of lessons, and it made us, gave us a lot of experience. My favorite place to visit while I'm on tour, in the daytime, usually for lunch, I try and find a Vietnamese restaurant. I like to have pho, noodle soup. It's just kind of my go-to lunch soup. We usually tour in the wintertime. So I find that, when you're a little bit cold, a little bit homesick, maybe a little bit hungover, a nice bowl of pho, it really restores you, makes you feel good. And it's not super heavy like some, like a hamburger and fries or something like that, where after you eat it, you just sort of like need to take a nap. It's hearty, but not too hearty, and it always makes you feel good. Back in our van days, we used to always get broken into. People would smash out our window and steal things. And I think there was one tour where it happened 3 or 4 times. I know it happened in Calgary and Vancouver and also in Montreal. And fortunately, they never stole any equipment. We were always careful about not leaving our musical gear in there. But I think Ryan might have lost his iPod, and he had like a captain's hat, like a sailor's captain's hat that got stolen in Montreal. So we used to joke that we'd look for the guy wearing the captain's hat, and that would be the guy that stole our iPod. Well, I'm glad to get back to the Palais Montcalm. I was just there actually with my other band, Bros, and it's a beautiful theater. I really was impressed, and I love that part of town. Quebec's such a beautiful town. So I'm looking forward to doing a little more rocking there. And our live show is really firing on all cylinders, as we say. It's just, we're going to be coming off of a big Europe tour right before it. So we're going to be really well practiced. And we just love playing for people, and it's going to be a lot of fun and basically the best rock and roll bang for your buck this fall. I like the fans in Quebec because they remind me, I don't know, I felt like they're very enthusiastic and demonstrative. I think, I live in Toronto, and Toronto's kind of infamous for the crowd that sort of is maybe a little bit too cool at times, especially in the city. I don't find that's the case in Quebec. They're very enthusiastic, and they show their appreciation. And when you're a performer and you get that energy coming from the crowd, it lifts you up, and it just kind of goes back and forth. So it's really important to have that, that energy out there. And so we really love playing for Quebec. And I think sometimes people think that people from Quebec are because of the different language, and they sort of think of them as maybe like fancy and that kind of thing. But they're actually like a lot of regular, rock and roll folks out there too that love hockey or love, a beer and love rock and roll. So there are kind of people. They're not that as different from Saskatchewan folks like me, Quebec City, put on your alligator shoes. It's time to rock and roll. Come see the Sheepdogs September 23rd at the Palais Montcalm.